And joining us now to talk more about the work of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association is Kendal Frazier. He's the Chief Operating Officer for NCBA. Kendal, thanks for coming to the show.
I'm glad to be here, Kevin.
Well, let's begin by giving folks a brief history of NCBA, and more importantly, how has the organization grown to be the largest grassroots organization representing cattle producers?
Kevin, NCBA was established in 1898, so we have a long history. We have 28,000 members. We have 45 affiliates at the state level who are members of NCBA, and they represent about another 140,000 affiliate members. So we're the largest grassroots organization representing the cattle industry in the United States.
And specifically, the organization works on policy. Tell folks, how do they get involved in these policy issues?
To get involved in policy, it really starts at the grassroots, at the state affiliate level, or the State Cattlemen's Association. If you wanted to advance policy forward through the NCBA process, you would start with your State Cattlemen's Association, get that policy passed there, and then that State Cattlemen's Association would bring that to NCBA, the appropriate policy committee, and ultimately it would be adopted by our board of directors.
Now, you've had a number of policy victories over the year, and you've seen a number of them. What would you count as the biggest victories for NCBA?
Well, I've got three. About a year ago, we were successful in keeping the exemptions for the death tax at $5 million for singles and $10 million for spouses. That was a big victory for us at the end of last year when Congress was working on the tax code. Number two, through all the disruptions and talk about the budget, stop-starts in Washington, D.C., we've been able to maintain meat inspection in packing and processing plants across the United States. Obviously, that's extremely important to us because our members market cattle, and we keep that market going. Number three, working with the U.S. government, we were able to have the Japanese increase their age restriction from 20 months of age to 30 months of age, which opened up more beef exports to Japan. So those are three big victories in the last few months.
Now this month marks the 10th year anniversary of the cow that stole Christmas, and you were there that day it was announced. Tell folks what it was like to be at NCBA on that day, and more importantly, what role did NCBA play in that issue?
We got the call at NCBA at 3:30 Eastern Time that a dairy cow in Washington State, had been diagnosed and tested positive for mad cow disease, or BSE. This is something we'd been planning for a long time, as we had watched BSE go across Europe and primarily in England. So we had a plan in place. We immediately updated our talking points, our key message points. We conducted a series of conference calls and immediately started doing interviews. In fact, in the first few hours after the case was announced, we did over 100 interviews with media. Our message was that U.S. beef is safe and that we've taken adequate steps through the years to protect the U.S. beef supply. It was a big effort on the part of NCBA and our state partners to speak with one voice and to support the government with the message that U.S. beef is safe.
And tell us this, what do you think were some of the key lessons of that experience, and more importantly, what has NCBA done to prepare itself and the industry in the event of another situation like that?
The key lesson, Kevin, was that working with the government, we were able to develop a comprehensive plan to deal with the first case of BSE. So we had done some training. We were really prepared and ready to go. As we look into the future, we've worked on some issues out there like foot and mouth disease. What would we do? What kind of plan do we have if we've ever have a case of foot and mouth disease in the United States? So those are the kind of things that we work on every single day. So you have to be prepared to deal with these big issues when they come at you.
Very good. Thank you so much, Kendal, for all you've done all these years for NCBA and beef cattle producers.
Thank you, Kevin.
From freedom to operate to tax policy and much more, why not join the fight as NCBA works on the issues that matter to you? To become a member, just give us a call at 1-866-USA-BEEF or visit our website, that's beefusa.org.